Welcome to Museum Holic. I'm your host, Ann Pasek, and today I will be talking national dish. In my channel, you will expect food. I'll be talking about food, culture, people, and most of all, museums. So stay tuned as I'm going to cook for you national dish of Cyprus. In here, the main ingredients: beans, and you can buy canned beans, but I prefer uncooked beans. It's because it is how it is from the old days that everything has to be prepared from the scratch, or kinda, I will call it complicated. But nowadays you can make this FASOLADA using cooked can of beans, and no need for you to soak overnight the beans, or 6 hours you soak the beans in order to make the process faster. And then I used fork meat. You can use any kind of meat, but fork and chicken. And sometimes you just eliminate meat in FASOLADA. But the basic is with meat, depending on your choice. And then I have fresh tomato. I can use tomato paste or tomato juice, but I'm gonna use half of this tomato fresh and a tablespoon of this. And of course, garlic. Garlic is here, onion is here. Again, I'm using red onion because I love red onion, and this is what's available in the house. And I'm not going to be using all of this onion here. I'm going to be using only half. And the same thing with the garlic. I'll be using only 3. Not the entire thing, not the whole thing. And just a regular oil. If you have coconut oil, or just the vegetable oil or butter, that will do. And I have celery. I have, of course, yellow potato. I don't use the Russell potato because Russell potato, when you make soup, it's not gonna be, it's like a mashed potato. So the best potato you can use for soup is the yellow, but it's up to you. You can choose whatever you want. And I have carrots, and I have the Himalayan salt. You can use any kind of salt, but this is what's available in the house. And you can put some pepper at the very end of the cooking. So very simple dish. And one thing that you don't see in here is the vegetable broth that I used. And right now, that you can see there, I am cooking the beans, and I use the vegetable broth. This is the vegetable broth that I made earlier, and I'm gonna use this one as the broth for my fasolada. The beans is but 2 cups, and the water is 4 cups, and then the water that I'm gonna use this for boiling is the vegetable broth. Now let's bring this to a boil. I will put the heat for high, and then I'll move that to medium until the beans is absolutely not totally tender, but at least you can bite it and it's soft. And then, because you're gonna continue cooking this along with all of the vegetable here and as well as the meat. As it stopped boiling, I changed the heat to medium, and I'll need half an hour more of this until the beans is soft. So the beans is already soft or tender. As you can see here. You can see that it's ready. So it's time for me to turn this off. And I use the vegetable broth. 32 ounces of vegetable. In here, we will put oil, vegetable oil, butter, any type of oil you want to use. Olive oil is okay, but olive oil is not really good when it's really hot, or like if you want to cook something in a very high heat. So I prefer butter, vegetable oil. It's fine. And then we're going to slightly fry this pork. I'll just flip the meat into the other side. It's golden brown. So you can see the meat is golden brown. So I'm going to move this to the side. I'll just put it that way. And then I'm going to cut the onion and the garlic. until it's translucent or golden brown. So having the meat here on the side, the taste of the meat is just gonna blend all good. Garlic and the onion is translucent, so I'm just gonna add carrots. And just lightly mix. Add the celery. And then I will add potato, once you have the potato added to it, you have to stop mixing, because otherwise you're just gonna make the potato unshaped. So this is size bite, otherwise it will turn out into a mashed potato. And then I'll just gonna add the slice of tomato, and I leave that for 2 minutes, not covered. And I will add the beans. In here, I'm gonna add again another 16 ounces of vegetable broth. And I will cover this for about 20 minutes. This is ready. And I'm gonna add a tablespoon of tomato paste. In Europe, this is popular. This is what we used most of the time for soup, tomato paste. One tablespoon, so this is teaspoon, and I will add another. It is your preference whether you use the tomato juice, tomato paste, or just fresh tomato, but I wanted to do mix. So now I can mix all of it. in another 10 more minutes and FASOLADA is ready. Now it's time for tasting. So I hope you will try Cyprus or now it's time for tasting. So try this dish and let me know how it goes. And most of all, it's good to try different dishes around the world. And especially right now that some of the countries are reopening to tourists or visitors, but at the moment some aren't, so why not explore in your kitchen cooking national dish. And I'm gonna try it right now.